Hello there. Greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, the one and only Star Wars Dad, Nooch Too Good. We're going to talk about the results of our recent poll. Who is the biggest loser in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? We went through it faction by faction, group by group, guild by guild, whatever. I don't know what you call them. Anyway, we're going to start at the bottom. These are going to be just the semifinals, the playoffs, and the finals, just because I didn't want to go through every single round of this. It was a lot of fun. We've called out the biggest losers in each faction. We start off right here with Krennic was the biggest loser out of the Empire, and Bodhi Rook was the biggest loser out of the Rebels. You guys voted for this, and Bodhi Rook in the semifinal matchup takes out Director Krennic with no problem at all. Bodhi Rook, now that was weird. I guess it's just because Director Krennic is required for the Sith Eternal farm. That's the only thing I can really think of. I know one guy that uses Bodhi Rook. I don't know anybody else in the game that uses Bodhi Rook. So Bodhi Rook winning that round. Next up, we've got Rose Tico representing the Resistance against First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot in the First Order. Rose Tico runs away with this one as well. There were a lot of complaints in the comments that she is really good now that you got the Zori Bliss, Zori Bliss in the game. I think that a lot of people don't have Zori Bliss yet, which is a big reason for these Lightspeed bundles coming out. So they're trying to get people to farm these new characters, these new marquees, but Zori Bliss came out in January. Nobody has her yet, or a lot of people don't have her yet. So Rose Tico comes in last, or is the biggest loser here over First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. Both of them are required for a Galactic Legend. Special Forces TIE Pilot has a TIE Fighter that's really important to the Finalizer versus Executor matchup. So Rose Tico runs away with this biggest loser vote. Then we've got the Galactic Republic against the Sith. And Coruscant Underworld Police was, of course, the biggest loser out of the Galactic Republic. I actually made a video about it. To the consternation of a large group of meme-loving fans in the game. And then Darth Sidious comes in there above as the biggest loser of the Sith. Cup runs away with this. Darth Sidious is required for Galactic Legend. People just love Darth Sidious. Darth Sidious actually has some surprising high levels of damage in the right settings in the game. So I like his character a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. He was one of the original metas in the game. Cup has never had a use in the game at all, except for memes. And so Cup wins, or is the biggest loser that round. Then we had the Separatists versus Nightsisters. Admiral Trench was our biggest loser out of the Separatists. Honestly, the Separatists, pretty much every Separatist has a use in the game, and that was really interesting to look at that. And I think that Trench won just because of the same reason that Rose Tico won. People don't really have him. You know, he's a conquest character. He's not available in Proving Grounds yet. But he's kind of gotten talked down because he's got TW Omicrons, and just people don't really have him unlocked. And so he made it to the finals here. But that said, Nightsister Initiate has no use in the game. I don't believe she's ever had a use. I think it's the other one, Nightsister Acolyte, who has the bow and arrow, who can stealth, has a little bit of usage on the Nightsister team. Initiate has never had value, and so Initiate is the biggest loser this round. Then we move on to the Hutt Cartel and Bounty Hunters versus Scoundrels. And here we had young Lando facing off with Mob Enforcer. Now, the Scoundrels was interesting. The final was young Lando versus young Han Solo. Sorry to my pal Glurmit. But young Lando won that vote over young Han Solo. Mob Enforcer, of course, was the biggest loser out of the Hutt Cartel and Scoundrels. And Mob Enforcer just crushes young Lando here. I think we all love Childish Gambino. And of course, young Lando has a ship. So he's just, he's just a more interesting character. A lot of people actually have him now at relic levels because of the previous Lightspeed bundles. Then we go with Old Republic versus Leftovers. I have Leftovers, which is like Jedis and Ufus, characters that don't really fit anywhere. And IG-86 falls in there. T3 and 4 is in the Old Republic. It makes sense, two droids facing off. IG-86 has not never. It's been a long time. That's when I look here. It's been a long time since, sorry about that. It's been a long time since IG-86 had any relevance in the game. Way back in the day, and if you remember we watched Arnold's old farming video from July of 2016, he was talking about he wanted to put together a droid team with HK, IG-88, IG-86, and Jawa Scavenger. That team actually was a meta for a few months, and it did pretty well there in Squad Arena back in the day, like 8 years ago. So, it's been that long since IG-86 had any relevance in the game. T3 and 4, of course, is required for Jedi Knight Revan. Then we had our actual semifinals, a three-way matchup here. Bodhi Rook versus Rose Tico versus Cup. Cup takes this one, too. Bodhi made a good showing there. Nobody voted for Rose because, you know, everybody really does understand. By the way, I forgot. In the background, I'm running an endless loop of Sith Eternal versus Jabba. I found out that if they end up one-on-one, neither can kill the other. And there you go. There's my endless loop. I forgot to mention that. So that's in the background. So yeah, Coruscant Underworld Police takes this semifinal round. Here was Mob Enforcer, IG-86, and Nightsister Initiate. I believe IG-86 won this one just because Mob Enforcer is required for the Jabba the Hutt farm, obviously. So you need it for a Galactic Legend. Nightsister Initiate, I don't... Between Nightsister Initiate and IG-86, I guess maybe IG-86 wins, is the biggest loser, because Nightsister Initiate at least has, like, a team she fits into. You just can't put IG-86 anywhere. There's just nowhere for him to go in the game. So there's your semifinals. And then we got to what I thought was the finals. I was like, oh, this is the finals. Here we go. It's Cup versus IG-86. It was a close match. It was actually, like, right at 50-50 for a while. It swung back and forth and back and forth. And I was like, there's the final. Cup is the biggest loser in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, because he beats out IG-86. It was a tough match, a tight match. People calling in the comments, keep it 50-50, keep it 50-50. Eventually, Cup prevailed. But then I remembered I had forgotten to include the winner of the Creatures bracket. The Creatures, Jawas, Tuskens, and Wampa, and Ugnaughts, or Ugnaught. Ugnaughts the biggest loser, boys and girls. Ugnaught beats out Cup right here. This is the actual final match. Ugnaught is the biggest loser in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. You guys voted. This was not close. The closest one was Cup against IG-86. This one is not close. So congratulations to all you meme lords out there. You squeaked by the hair of your chinny chin chin. Congratulations, you barely made it. Cup is not the biggest loser. It's Ugnaught. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. And always remember, Nooch too good. And Sith Eternal and Jabba cannot kill each other.